And what he does for his party trick is he whips out his balls. He grabs a hammer.
Oh, no.
And he takes one to his right nut.
So does Despacito have more or less YouTube views than Shape
Daddy
of You?
Yankee, get it up there. Get it up there.
Send it up there. Top viewed video, baby. Welcome back to Critical Banter. We take the best bits from your favorite late night shows and package them into a podcast. So for today's episode, we'll be bringing back the game Higher or Lower, as well as bringing in a new segment, Not So Humble Brag. Before that, to wrap the week, we have got me, Miguel. We have Rohit.
G'day.
And Sen Thurin.
Hello, boys. It's a great day. Freedom Day is coming, boys. A few weeks away. We are almost out of this, and can I just say, it can't come soon enough. Bro, I've got a impromptu TCB confession right here, and I'll be dobbing in myself, Miguel, and Kush is not here today, but I'll throw him in anyway.
As he can't defend himself.
Exactly. Bro, you can be judge, jury, and executioner, and you can tell us how many Hail Marys we have to do. But in this lockdown time, we're here at home, and every weeknight for the past 2 weeks, myself, Kush, and Miguel have been logging on to NBA 2K20, a game which I will remind listeners and you, Ro, came out in 2019, 2 years ago.
Not 2K21 or the recently released 2K22.
Like a normal person would. No, we logged into 2K20, which we purchased for $6 2 years ago, which we haven't played as well for, I reckon, at least 18 months now. So we log in, and there's a feature called My Park, where you take your character that you create in the career mode, and you can play against other people, like other virtual characters, and you can team up with your mates and play other people. It's great fun. Anyway, so somehow there are other still, I reckon 50, 60 other losers who are still playing this game on My Park.
In the world, there's like 60 of you.
No, it's Asian servers, so 60 people.
Within our server, there's 50 people, so there's a lot of people.
So it's decent because it's like 3-on-3 games. That's a decent amount of people, decent amount of games, and it's a couple of hours of fun every night. Anyway, so we've logged back in, and and I feel like we've covered this before in our prior discussions, but people in this podcast like to spend money on games. Internal currency, the virtual currency, if you will. And in 2K, there's obviously the same feature, and so you can use this VC to upgrade your character. You can upgrade the shooting, the defending, the lateral quickness, like normal people would. Instead, I'm saying here right now, I'm putting my hand on my heart. I have put $30 into this game over the past 2 weeks to buy clothing for my character. Because Lord knows my man needs a fedora.
$30 said is the cost of an actual t-shirt, like a real life t-shirt that you could put on your back. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but in the game we got a matching shirt, matching shorts, matching hats. We match, dude. All three of us match.
We have the sickest drip in the server. We have it looks sick. I have to say it looks sick, but I have put $30 into this game. I think Kush has also put $30.
5 times the amount. You paid $6 for the game itself and $30 for the outfit to go with it.
That doesn't impact your in-game performance or anything
at all. And you can buy emotes as well, which we've purchased. You can so if you score put it do a dunk, you can then dab on them or do dance moves.
I don't know about this cheat. This is a little bit strange from you all. I don't get it. First of all, it's a game that came out 2 years ago, and second of all, it's just I understand the virtual currency. What is the virtual currency in NBA, by the way?
VC. It's literally called virtual currency. It's called VC.
So
but Kush still calls it V-Bucks.
Okay.
As per Fortnite.
I will say Kush and Manny are perennial offenders with this. Every game we've played, they've somehow dropped some money into it. This is my first foray into this matter.
I've spent the least on 2K.
That is true.
I'll have you know.
That is true.
I actually played the game and grinded my keys up. All right, you don't need to know how many days worth of game time I've played in this game. You don't need to know that, but I've spent the least.
And so that's the first part of the confession. The second part right now is FIFA 22 is coming out this Friday.
I shouldn't have.
So luckily, I got a gift card from work for $100. So I used that to buy the game.
What for FIFA? An EB Games voucher from work.
Yeah. No, they gave us a $100 gift card to use for anything. I looked at our website, our internal work rewards website.
Right, what was specifically for FIFA?
No, just for
an EB Games voucher they've given you. I was like, what?
No, it's just for general. You can use it on anything. So there was like Harvey Norman, like JB.
That's
Other
another
stores.
store that should be out of business, dude. All these stores should be out of business. When was the last time you went out to Harvey Norman and purchased
Never.
a TV or something?
I don't know. It's been at least 10 years, I reckon. But anyway, I use it towards a JB Hi-Fi gift card, and I use it to buy the game and some FIFA points as well. So there's nothing out of pocket for me here. But Manny, do you want to tell the listeners what you've done this week?
All right. All you need to know, there was a little trick my workmate told me. All right. They're called FIFA points as the virtual currency. If you buy them on FIFA 21, the old game, you get them half price basically. So I'm out here like, I'm a chump. I'm going to spend money throughout the year regardless. I might as well get them half price now and live my life.
Yeah.
So how much have I spent on this game? So Sen bought the standard version, just the game.
Standard edition.
That's like
$70.
$80. 70, 80, but whatever.
Yeah.
$70. I bought the ultimate edition, Rohit.
What does that get you?
It gets you more in-game currency. It gets you a few players, and it costs $150. You also get the game 7 days early, bro. It's unreal. It's unreal value.
Can I just say, you are both grown men. Like almost 25-year-old adults.
Hey, I'm still 23, please.
Can we also run back the past 117 episodes of Rohit's random purchases?
Yeah,
So
exactly.
Let us indulge in our hundreds while you indulge in your thousands, all right?
On a cat. We all have our vices, bro.
There is like pets, and then there is levels to this, all right? I'm sorry, but in-game currencies and games are for children. Stop being infants. Grow up.
I stomped those children, actually.
Exactly. Every Friday night. You're out spending money on drinks. We're out spending money on virtual players. That's stomp on these 10-year-old children.
Exactly. Don't yuck my yum, bro. So, bro, you've heard our confessions. How many Hail Marys do we need to say?
I think the NBA 2K needs more Hail Marys because like $6 for the game, $30 for clothes is outrageous. It's like literally, I don't know what they've done to you there, but like FIFA 22, at least it's like in vogue. Do you know what I mean? It's
The
actually
current
the
game
year.
cycle.
Yeah, we'll
Not two
respect that
fucking game
somewhat.
cycles ago.
By the way, 50 people in a server, like that doesn't seem like very many. I don't know why you think that's a lot. Isn't there usually like thousands in servers?
No, I think they probably cap it because like there's only a certain amount of courts. It's literally a virtual like neighborhood, right? And so there's like
stop
8.
saying virtual. I've heard way too much.
All right, sorry.
In a server, at most, like 30 people can play.
Migsy's getting 5 Hail Marys because of the fact that he's spending double the amount on this deluxe edition FIFA box or whatever.
Do it before, I'll do it again.
And Sen, you can have 3 Hail Marys because, I don't know, at least you got it for free from work, although $100 could go a lot further.
Yeah, I couldn't think of better ways to use it.
Boys, this week I was chatting to one of my friends and he brought up the subject of party tricks. And I actually heard one that he mentioned, which is, I would say, dare I suggest, the greatest party trick I have ever heard.
It's a big call.
Maybe you will ever heard. So basically his friend, what he does at parties is he had like testicular torsion at one point in his life and then had to get one testicle removed. Now that testicle removed was then replaced with a plastic ball, like a fake testicle. And what he does for his party trick is he whips out his balls, he grabs a hammer,
Oh, no.
and he takes one to his right nut. to the shock of all party goers.
What if he gets the wrong one?
Exactly. It takes one wrong move.
You know it's the right nut, so it's fine. But in saying that, right, the reason why he doesn't do the party trick is because he got the wrong one.
Oh, no.
It's a retarded party trick. He went because he doesn't. Obviously, you're at a party, right? And you're not really like usually having a couple of drinks, and the party tricks only come out like once you've been inebriated.
Yeah.
And this guy, apparently, what he does is it's not like a little light tap with the hammer. It's like a full Bob the Builder smash.
Oh my god, I'm creasing in my chair, dude.
Oh. Did he have to get the second one replaced as well then?
Surely it's
He has to go to
gone.
hospital. No, he has to go to hospital.
Dude, that's far.
I'm sorry to put that into your minds, but I just thought it was quite an entertaining one. And then it got me thinking of like party tricks that I have. And like I'm trying to think of things like, your classic, I can open a bottle on any surface. We have a friend who opens like bottles with his teeth.
With his teeth, yeah.
Just very strange. And I don't have a party trick. I'm kind of looking for one.
Don't you have your card tricks, bro?
Yeah, I do have my magic tricks. That's true. DJ Prunk Bro on YouTube if you want to check them out.
They're in 144p from 2009. But it's the magic trick and the magic trick revealed. So if you want to learn the party trick, there you go.
But do you have any party tricks? Like, does anyone here have a party trick that they can share that I can take inspiration from?
The one that came to mind was the one that you said, the guy who opens the bottles with his teeth, because I can't imagine the longevity on that one. That's surely one day he's just going to snap his tooth or something. Well, Ro, you and I famously did drama in year 9. We both learned how to juggle. I reckon that's probably something you can whip out, after a few drinks, start juggling. Knives, bottles. Impressive? I reckon to drunk people, anything's impressive, dude.
Manny, if I was juggling, I'm not going to juggle knives. If I was juggling like 3, cans, would you be like, that's sick? Like, what's your impression?
No. Who's this idiot who thinks he's cool juggling three items?
How many things would I have to juggle to make it impressive?
It's a mix of what you're juggling and the quantity. If it's cans, it has to be like 5.
5?
If it's knives, I'll even give you 2.
That's fair, I reckon.
Fire breathing, bro. Maybe get into that.
Oh yeah, knife swallowing. How do they do that? Just like those.
Can you try swallow a knife, bro?
Are the knives real that they swallow?
Try a real knife, bro.
I'm not going to try a real knife, Migs.
Surely the knives are real. Like the street performers, when you go out to the city or something, they're performing on the streets. Don't they show the knives, or like if it's fire, they show the fire to the audience? Or is it rigged? The audience members he's planted.
I mean, like the knives themselves, though, he could have blunt ones. So I'll switch. What's it called? A switch and bait?
Bait and switch, right?
Bait and switch.
But then the fire eating seems like a doable thing. I think the knife one is a little bit harder.
What?
I think they're both equally outrageous.
Because like what you do with the fire thing, right, is like you have the gasoline in your mouth.
Exactly.
And then you just spit it out. So you're just practicing spitting at that point. Anyone can do it. So if anyone has any ideas on party tricks that I could potentially implement that don't involve swallowing knives, I would appreciate that greatly.
All right, guys, we're bringing back higher or lower this week. The way this game works is I'm going to give you 2 things, and you're going to tell me if one is higher or lower than the other. And this week, we're going to be doing Instagram followers, so Instagram accounts, and we're doing YouTube videos, so which one has more views. So we'll start with Instagram followers. All right, so our first one. So Shakira has 70 million Instagram followers. So does Vin Diesel have more or less Instagram followers than Shakira?
Ooh. Vin Diesel.
17 or 70?
70.
70, Shakira. Wow.
How many families does Vin Diesel have? That's the question. 70 million people worth? It's got to be lower, doesn't it?
Yeah, Vin Diesel doesn't strike me as an Instagram merchant. So I'll go lower.
Yeah, this is the wrong. He's probably got more Facebook likes than Shakira.
Yeah, he seems like a Facebook merchant. You're right.
Yeah.
Facebook merchant. So we're saying Vin Diesel has less than Shakira.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Unfortunately, Vin Diesel has 74 million.
No
followers.
way.
Who's following Vin Diesel on Instagram? Who?
Wait, hang on. I kind of want to have a look and see. You know how you can see like, you and 50 other friends are following Shakira? Dude, I don't think anyone of my friends is following Vin Diesel.
Not many Fast and Furious friends?
No.
Fair enough. All right. So now, does Kevin Hart have more or less Instagram followers than Vin Diesel?
My gut is saying Kevin Hart has more.
74 million is a lot of followers. I don't think Kevin Hart... Is Kevin Hart just an American comedian? Do you know what I mean? Like, Vin Diesel is kind of global.
Still worldwide.
Exactly.
Wrong bald guy. No, I think Kevin Hart has worldwide appeal. What's he been in? Him and The Rock are a power couple these days, I feel.
They've done a few movies together. That is true.
Just quietly, Owen Wilson and Vince Vaughn are the ultimate power couple. Dude, the movies they are in are spectacular.
For
Internship.
context, for the audience, hold on. Before they don't understand why this is. Rohit stopped our recording halfway through last week to mention Owen Wilson and how he's in a wide spectrum of movies.
No, he's got the same character in a bunch of different movies, but he's executed that character so well. But you're right, Kevin Hart and The Rock are a power couple. Bit like Arnold Schwarzenegger and what's that midget?
Arnold
Danny
Schwarzenegger?
DeVito.
Danny DeVito. Danny
on.
DeVito.
Yeah, that was another power couple back in the day. But Kevin Hart, I think he has less. 74 million people. You reckon he has more than Shakira?
No, but Kevin Hart's an actor. He's a comedian. He does it all. He's been in the biggest movies.
But Shakira's hips don't lie.
Exactly.
They don't.
Exactly.
Less, dude. Kevin Hart has less than Vin Diesel somehow.
All right. I will agree with less, but if it's more, I told you so, bro.
Kevin Hart has 124 million.
You
followers
goose!
on Instagram.
You goose! I told you.
50 million more than Vin Diesel.
Vin Diesel's a no one compared to Kevin Hart.
All right. Well, you mentioned Dwayne Johnson, The Rock. So does The Rock have more or less Instagram followers than Kevin Hart?
The Rock has more. I feel like I've seen him in all these top 10 Instagram accounts. So surely.
Does he remind you a bit of Jason Momoa? Like, do they have a similar vibe?
Oh,
no, just
not
silence.
really. I think it's just two Pacific Islanders that you've just equated to each other.
Is that racism? Who knows?
He's got a better physique. Oh, Jason Momoa, he's chiseled. Like, he's a Greek god.
I don't know. The Rock at his prime was pretty good, but I'm going to agree with Manny. The Rock is, like top 3 most followed accounts or something like that.
Rock is higher, Sen.
The Rock is indeed higher, and yes, he is the 3rd most followed account on Instagram with 271 million. The connoisseur of The Rock. Do you follow The Rock? Out of curiosity.
I used to follow The Rock. I don't know if I follow him anymore. I did like a bit of a celebrity cull on my Instagram recently.
The ratios are off.
Yeah, exactly. Hurting my self-esteem and whatnot.
Next up, does Demi Lovato have more or less Instagram followers than The Rock? I think I kind of already gave this answer away before, but...
So are we saying, is Demi Lovato number 1 or number 2 on Instagram? That is the question.
I wouldn't put it
And
past
the
you.
answer to that question is no, Seth.
And that is absolutely correct. Demi Lovato has 116 million.
That is still outrageous.
Still 116.
It's 116 more than I think she deserves. Next up is, does Real Madrid, the football club, do they have more or less Instagram followers than Demi Lovato?
This is a doozy because I've seen something recently about sport Instagrams. Real Madrid and Barcelona are far and away higher than all the other sports clubs. Manchester
That is
United has
correct.
about 45 million.
It's niche knowledge, but continue.
Real Madrid have like triple.
Well, maybe what happened was when Ronaldo left Real Madrid, so did their Instagram followers. Wasn't there something like PSG and United got like 20 million followers overnight because of the Messi and Ronaldo fanboys? So
you're
those
saying
20
maybe
million,
Madrid would have been higher back in Ronaldo's day, but now that he's left, stinkers.
Well, I'm throwing the question out. Like, as a supporter of the sport, right? I'm following Real Madrid because Ronaldo's in there. Am I then migrating my follow to United, or am I following Real Madrid and United? What's the psyche? Take me into a sports fan.
I think the average sports fan isn't unfollowing because they've got to pretend like, they cared about the club. They've got to give off this facade that they just weren't dick riding Ronaldo. Someone like you who cares about their ratio is unfollowing. But how many people out there are like you is the question. And you're built different. So
One of a kind, unique.
one of one.
All right. So that
Is
means
Demi Lovato bigger than one of the biggest football clubs in the world?
I'm going to say yes, dude.
Sad thing is I'm going to say yes as well.
And that is correct. Real
Oh,
Madrid has
no.
103 million compared to Demi's 116 million.
This is a farce.
It's hard for me to wrap my head around as well. All right, last one for the Instagram followers. Does Nike have more Instagram followers or less than Real Madrid, the football club?
I feel like, again, I've seen Nike on these top 10 brands followed on Instagram. Nike has more universal appeal. The average Joe is following Nike, not Real Madrid.
Are they though? Like, I mean, I agree with that, but like, what does Nike post on their Instagram? Do you know what I mean? Like, Real
They
Madrid
find selection of
posting...
joggers, shirts, tracksuits.
Who wants to see that? It's just like a glorified shop at that point. Like, go to Nike.com, you see the same thing.
No, but when I first got Instagram back in my day, back in the day, when I first started following accounts, Nike was one of the accounts I followed. I don't know why, I don't know the reason, but I think it also comes up as a suggested account at the start because it's a big brand. I feel like there's a lot of people out there that go on these following sprees, and Nike is one of them. Real Madrid is niche.
Yeah. No, I'll agree with that. Chuck it out there. What do we reckon? Higher than?
Nike is higher than Real Madrid.
And that is absolutely correct. Nike has 175 million followers on Instagram. And you're right, bro. I'm with you. I don't know why you would follow Nike. Like you said, it's just a shop. They're just putting up their newest products. Like
175 million customers.
All right, so now we're moving on to the most viewed YouTube videos of all time. So for your reference, Justin Bieber, Sorry, has 3.47 billion views on YouTube.
Yep.
3.47 million. Anywho. So now, does Shake It Off by Taylor Swift have more or less views?
You know when Gangnam Style had 1 billion views and that was like a massive thing? Remember that?
Thanks, mate. Yes, I do. Yes.
And now these guys are just racking up billions on billions. Like 1 billion is such a big number. 2 billion, even more so.
Don't get us started on 3 billion, bro.
What do you think, Miguel?
Taylor Swift, Shake It Off, I feel like has higher than Sorry.
Lock it in, Eddie.
Fortunately, Shake It Off has only 3.1 billion views.
Only.
You mentioned Gangnam Style Road. Does that have more or less YouTube views than Shake It Off by Taylor Swift?
Go on, bro.
This thing's lower. Like everyone's seen Gangnam Style. All like when it was out, I'm pretty sure everyone had seen it. And it hasn't been long enough that those kids who haven't seen it are now old enough to view it. Ergo, it has lower.
Ergo.
Do you agree with that rationale, Manny?
Look, he's a Gangnam Style expert, so I'll leave it in his hands, and I'll agree with him.
Well, no, Gangnam Style has 4.19 billion.
Rohit.
Who's rewatching Gangnam Style?
Timeless.
It's a bit of
2021.
YouTube history, right? It's you're right. It's been 9 years since it's come out, so I mean, but it is YouTube history. It was the first video to hit 1 billion, so I can see, and Koreans, very patriotic people. It's the national anthem now. So next up,
Oh my god.
so does Shape of You by Ed Sheeran have more or less YouTube views than Gangnam Style?
I don't know, dude. Now I don't know anything.
His perception of the world has been distorted by this segment. Shape of You, I feel like, is like a top 3 video.
Shape
I don't know
of
why.
You.
I don't know how. Yes. It banged on Spotify. It's one of the most listened to songs on Spotify. Believe it or not.
Shape
I can't believe
of
that.
You. Ed Sheeran.
What's your gripe with that?
It's a good song, but does it top 3 of all time? Ed,
It's
Ginger Boy.
I'm telling you, it's up there. Old Ginger Boy, it's up there. I don't know. Gangnam Style Bite is a spanner, 4.5 billion. That's a spanner.
Does Ed Sheeran have it in him? Like, he's a pretty low-key guy. He doesn't do a lot of marketing, you know what I mean? Like, what's Ed's brand? Gangnam Style, that guy was in a suit and sunglasses in a pool. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Unbeatable. Unbeatable content offering.
what does Ed offer? Not much. Tubby ginger guy. There's like plenty of them in the UK.
Oh my
Not with the
god.
Ed slander. Answer the question.
All right.
I would like to say high, but 4.5 billion is a very high mark.
Now chuck it up. We'll go higher. Ed's done well.
And that is correct. Shape of You has 5.46 billion
I cannot
views.
believe what I'm hearing.
Big British tubby ginger guys. Big up. They're smashing it.
All right, 2 more to go. So does Despacito have more or less YouTube views than
Oh,
Shape
Daddy
of You?
Yankee, get it up there. Get it
Oh,
up
bro,
there.
send it up there. Top viewed video, baby.
All right, and that's absolutely correct. Despacito has 7.54 billion views.
Let's go.
Bang average song. All right.
That's a good song. But you reckon Justin Bieber's pulling 7 billion of those? Or like what's Daddy Yankee pulling, dude? Where is he putting in there?
Nah, bro, you're underestimating the Latino market, bro.
Yeah, it's Luis Fonsi, bro.
Luis Fonsi, Daddy Yankee.
You reckon Daddy's bringing the views over
He's
these?
bringing all the views.
I think it's a culmination of all 3.
And I think the most viewed one is the one without Justin Bieber.
It is.
No.
It is the one. It is. It is.
Oh
Absolutely
wow!
is.
I have disrespected the good name of Fonzie and Daddy.
going to move on so you stop saying daddy. So finally, does Baby Shark have more or less YouTube views than Despacito?
Come off it.
More. He just shouldn't have more. Out of good nature, I can't say more. I swear Despacito is the most viewed video of all time.
Yeah, I don't think Baby Shark. I mean, like, I've never watched Baby Shark. Not that this is a good indicator because I haven't watched any of these basically, except for Gangnam Style. I'm a lyric video kind of guy. You know what I mean? I don't watch the music video. I watch I don't know, Comic Sans on sunset photos.
Not even by the artists themselves, it's by like lyrics for you.
Yeah, exactly.
That somehow has like 2 million subscribers.
But I'm going to agree and say Baby Shark cannot have more.
It can't, Sen. It just can't.
The
Baby
fonts.
Shark's lower.
Boys, listeners, Baby Shark is the most viewed video on YouTube with 9.32 billion and will probably hit 10 billion in the next few months. It is, dude, it's almost 2 billion more than Despacito.
It's not even a race. It's
It's
Baby
it's
Shark,
not.
Daylight, and then Daddy Yankee with JB.
I think you're forgetting how big Baby Shark was and how all-encompassing it was for like a good 6-month period. Like, it was massive.
Who's listening to Baby Shark today? Despacito, I feel like
kids
people might be listening
No,
to.
dude, you still play it for kids. There's still kids coming up every year that are going to be introduced to
day,
Baby
some might
Shark.
say.
Every day, exactly. And anyway, that brings us to the end of Higher or Lower. Let us know if you guys want us to do any other kinds of YouTube subscribers or Instagram followers. All right, boys, this week I got a new segment, Not So Humble Brag. So this week I was talking to one of my friends, and so full disclosure, this is her story, and this is perhaps one of the most outrageous humble brag / weirdest flexes I've ever heard in my life, just by the pure audaciousness and just there was no need for this. And so like I said, this is my friend's friend, and a bit about context about this person. This person, it was her birthday a few months ago, and as you do for your birthday, you know, you go out for a dinner with your friends, and normally you would, you know, you go to a nice, like, normal restaurant, but for her, she wanted to go to a fine dining restaurant, and for this place, it was $200 a head, and she made everyone pay for themselves. So normally, if you go to like a fine dining, like, fine, that's fine, but surely you cover for other people, right?
I was invited to like a birthday dinner, and we went to a fine dining restaurant, and it was like around $150 a head.
Yeah,
And the host graciously paid for the food, and then we paid for our drinks and like her drinks or whatever
that's
at
fair.
the table, and then throughout the night. I thought that was quite respectable.
Absolutely, I think it should be like that. And so this same birthday as well, her parents got her a nice Louis Vuitton bag, you know, a couple of $1,000s. She wasn't happy with it. She actually wanted another Louis Vuitton bag, and she made her mum go return it.
Oh, it wasn't the right color.
She wanted like a different style, like a different so it was like instead of a strap, like one strap, she wanted a 2-strap one or something like that. It was something along those lines.
You can't go around with one strap, Sen. You should know that.
Well, 21 Jump Street says one strap's the way to go.
You know what? I'll make sure to tell her this then. But anyway, so this is the kind of character we're dealing with, and so my friend was saying that they have like a group chat with all like their girlfriends, and so this person in the group chat, just out of nowhere, she's like, "Hey guys, I got a whole box of condoms. Does anyone want them?"
Okay.
And so, you know,
Cool,
obviously
nice.
that's a pretty random comment to get, and so no one responded. And then,
Okay,
so
that's
then,
a bit harsh.
what are you meant to say to that? That's so random. So then this person went on a little DMing mission, and so she individually messaged all the people, and she got to my friend, and she's like, "Hey, I got a really big box of condoms that haven't been used." Like, and because her boyfriend moved down to Melbourne, like there wasn't any use for it. And then my friend's like, "Well, you know, lockdown's going to be ending soon. You'll be seeing him soon. Maybe just hold on to it for a few more weeks." And then my friend, that person went, "Nah, these condoms are too small for him."
When?
No, did he actually say that?
She's like, "It's too small for him. It might be good for you." And my friend just didn't even respond. Just seen it, and I just thought, like, literally,
That's excellent.
that's the most outrageous thing I've ever heard in my life. I'm like, dude, how can you ever look at her boyfriend again, like, just knowing this information that this man is packing some heat?
Nah, she could be lying, dude. She's just saying it for saying its sake, dude.
Oh, I don't know, man. Who goes out of their way to message someone this? Like, that's so uncomfortable. Like, and so my friend was like, "This is one of the most weirdest flexes I've ever heard." Like, thanks, man. Thanks for telling me this information. Like, cool. What do you want me to do with this?
But like, I'm so confused, right? Because this question has so many. This story has so many questions that arise. Because like, first of all, why does she have a box of condoms? Second of all, why is the box of condoms that she uses with her boyfriends suddenly not fitting him anymore? Like he's a child that's grown from a size 8 foot to a size 9 foot. Do you know what I mean?
My understanding is they probably bought it and they probably realized it's the wrong size, and so they're trying to get
A box.
Come
a
off
box?
it, bro. Come off
Yeah.
it.
this. Is
If you know your size, you know which ones you're buying. You don't buy them by mistake anymore at this point. Because if old mate knows he is like a Trojan, right? If he's he knows the color box, the branding of the box, etc. He knows which ones to buy. She probably knows which ones to buy. There's no accident. They bought these bloody XS on purpose.
Are you saying there's no box at all? Maybe she just wanted to let everyone know.
I'm saying there could not even be any purchased condoms at this point. It's just your boyfriend's got a small dick. It's just she set it up perfectly first in the group chat, and then she's DM'd every single person. In essence, your boyfriend's got a small dick.
No, so I think the implication is that his wang is massive. Like it's a huge dong. And that, your boyfriend's got a tiny one. They'll fit these small ones. I think is probably the message that she's trying to get across.
Is the bigger flex like, oh, they're magnums, but sorry, they don't fit. So you have them.
Yeah, what if the condoms are actually like the largest size and it's still they don't fit? That would be unreal, actually.
Custom make their own. Like, sorry, this is like straight from the shelves. I've actually got to go to a special tailor to get mine done.
Just get a tailor. What do you think the actual response? Like, is there a response to that at all? Like, I honestly don't know what. If someone said that to me, I actually don't know what to say. Like, I would be speechless. Just the audacity of it.
Yeah, exactly. It doesn't deserve a reply. You're right. The audacity of it. Fuck off.
So I guess my question to you guys is: have you guys had similar flexes on you that you've heard that were just outrageous?
There was a flex on me that has nothing to do with dick size, unfortunately, but it was just odd. So like we have a friend and he has been playing PS3 recently. Him and a few others that just have a PS3. So a few game cycles back. How dare they? How disgusting. So they've got a PS3 or whatever, and obviously PS5 has come out last year, but it's been hard to get. You got to pre-order it months in advance, etc. So the first weird flex is he was telling me about how good Black Ops 1 is on PS3 and that I should get my PS3 out of my garage, plug it in and play it. I'm like, no. First of all, fuck off, no. But anyways, I didn't hop on the PS3. So then this guy eventually got his hands on a PS5, which is good on him. So he gets his PS5. And this is the weird part. He's going up to me, he's like, oh, bro, the graphics are so good. The PS5 is so good. Like, it's so much better than PS3. And I'm like, okay, cool. What games are you playing? You're playing, Warzone. It's a good game. And he's like, nah, I don't have the internet download to download Warzone. So I can only get 5 gigabyte games. And I'm like, why are you flexing on me that you have this like $1,000 console, but you can't pay an extra $10 a month to get unlimited download? I'm like, how are you coming at me with this energy, but you can't even download a bigger game? But he's like, dude, the graphics are good. The graphics of what? The menus. This man has a PS5 and no games. He can't even access games.
He's just he's just scrolling through the menu at that point.
Exactly.
Like, to be fair, the gap between PS3 and PS5 is probably pretty substantial, Maybe he's actually just genuinely amazed by the graphics. Like, it's like switching from 140p but to 7020 or something like that. It's a big jump from there.
Yeah, it's made by the graphics of YouTube through his PS5.
The man spent $1,000 on a console but can't get unlimited fucking download. That's just outrageous. Bro, internet's like $40 a month.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
And he had the audacity to come at me of my having a PS4, attacking me. And I'm like, I can play the games I want, lad.
How big are the games? Like 5 gigs doesn't seem like you can even get
anything,
games, right?
Yeah.
He's playing those like free-to-play games that you can download off the PS Store. Nothing major. And the worst part is, I'm like, okay, you're playing these free games, whatever. Like, is that, fun? Are you having fun? Are you spending all your hours on it? He's like, nah, I'm playing my PS3 most of the time. What's the point? He's hopping back on his PS3 to play Black Ops 1 again. What's the point?
He's got a $1,000 paperweight.
Exactly.
A decoration. It's just
$1,000 YouTube player, bro.
Yeah.
Outrageous.
I also have one. It didn't really happen to me. It's just like articles that I see on Facebook a lot of the time. And every week there'll be a new one by like the Sydney Morning Herald or like the Daily Telegraph. It's like 22-year-old girl or 22-year-old guy works so hard and affords his first home.
Yeah, I've seen them.
And then like you're reading the thing and it's like the same script. It's like, Jason, 21, had been saving up since he was 15, working 3 jobs. And then you're like, wait for it, right? And then somewhere in little like footnotes, they'll be like, oh, he saved up enough for a deposit with his dad's help of $400,000. Do you know what I mean? Like there's always like that little
caveat
that it's like, yeah, Jason worked 3 jobs, had to drop out of uni, but he really wanted his first home. Yeah, daddy owns a property in Mossman, but like you're not self-made. And it's always the title. It's like self-made, millionaire or self-made house purchase.
They're trying to sell you a dream, bro.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, you lived at home, you didn't pay any rent, and, mummy had a car that she sold to give you this or something like that. It's just nonsense. It's like, stop flexing. It wasn't self-made. All right. You bought a house. Congratulations. Fair play to you. But don't come on the Sydney Morning Herald and tell everyone that you did it by yourself because you didn't. I'm sorry.
Yeah, good job, Jason. You bought a property in this highly inflated market. Good job, man. But
it's just...
I've seen those and I've just stopped reading them. There's no point. I go straight to the comments and I feel like the comments are just people slamming like the article or the person like with exactly what you're saying.
That reminds me of something I saw on LinkedIn. LinkedIn is a whole nother rant I could have gone on for an hour. How it's just,
let's go on LinkedIn.
That's how shit.
But there's this one post that got me. And you know how like every now and again you can see other people's posts and this person posted a TEDx talk. What's a scam TED talk? TEDx, right? Where you don't actually
TEDx,
She was giving a TEDx talk and turns out I watched like half a minute of it and turns out she's like 16. And then what she was basically saying is, oh, I love to work. I can't wait till I'm 18. I want to start working. I can't wait to apply for these banks. I can't wait for my adult life where I'll just be working and work. I'm like, what the fuck is this? How is this your life ambition to work the 9 to 5? There are people in this call that want to, I don't want to say it, but the 9 to 5 is not it. How is this your ambition at 16? And it's a TEDx talk. It's not just like her vlogging at home. She was given a platform to sell a dream of a 9 to 5. What is this?
Sponsored by Commonwealth Bank.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's outrageous. That's the sort of nonsense you see on LinkedIn, bro.
Dude, I saw a LinkedIn post. It was like this guy posting. It's like, yeah, when I grew up, like all my friends wanted to be policemen and firefighters, but I wanted to work at Accenture.
Oh, shut your mouth, bro. Shut it.
It's no like way. I was 9 years old and my dream was to work at Accenture. And then there's like the other template. It's like, I was on the way to like a job interview and like I stopped to help the dog that was like crying on the side of the street. And then when I got to the interview, I was late, but turns out the dog was the guy who was hiring me. It's like, what?
LinkedIn is such a cesspool, bro.
Bragging all day long, bro. It's actually such a stitch up.
Probably do a whole segment series just on LinkedIn.
We need a LinkedIn segment, dude. It's outrageous as some of the shit you see on there. Honestly.
All right, guys, that brings us to the end of the episode. As per usual, please join the TCB Appreciation Society. We are growing in strength from week to week. This week, we had a wonderful deconstruction of the game Bull Slut by Ethan, which I think we all enjoyed. But we won't be taking his advice, sorry.
Yeah, sorry, mate.
And with that, you can also find the rest of our episodes on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or any of your favorite podcast apps. Once again, the video versions are on YouTube. We are growing in numbers there. So hop on there, watch all our episodes, and subscribe. And with that, we will see you guys next week.